Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. It is Saturday morning. Got a great video planned out for you guys. Today, I want to talk a little bit about specifics on where I think gold and silver is going to go as the year comes to an end. I want to talk a little bit about why I think it's going to go there, and I want to talk a little bit about the specific number that I think that we could end up hitting. Now, obviously, when anybody puts out a video like this, there's no guarantee. My guess is really as good as yours. I don't have no crystal ball. I only can say what I think the year is going to end. And you might be extremely surprised at what I'm about ready to say, because it's not mainstream. I usually don't follow mainstream because I'm not a sponsored channel. I don't have any incentives to tell you guys go out and buy silver. I just give it to you straight, what I think is going to happen, and that's it. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I always say this ain't financial advice, but a lot of people are wondering, what are my thoughts? What am I doing? You guys know I'm a hardcore stacker. I've been stacking for a while, and I think we're about ready to see the price come down a little bit. And part of me hates to say that, but part of me likes to say that because if the price does dip, it's a good buying opportunity. And I can tell you right now, if the price dips to where I think it will be going, I will be buying. And so we'll see. With that being said, I'm probably going to touch on a few other assets and what's been going on this week, because we did see Jerome Powell end up giving his Fed meeting, and it wasn't his speech. It wasn't really what I had expected he would say. It was almost like he wanted stuff to come down a little bit. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm wrong, it's not a big deal if you say it. I'm not going to be offended. That's part of constructive criticism. It's part of the thought process of listening to other people's opinions and then using those opinions to make your own decision that's best for you, your family, and hopefully you hit it right and make some money off it. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. So as you know, this past week, as I touched up on too, Jerome Powell gave his Fed meeting. And he was kind of hard. I didn't really like the way he said it. It was like, for the first time, it was like he wasn't really positive on the economy. You know, talking about inflation, how it's sticky, how, you know, we'll see, we might have to start dialing back the rate cuts next year. This one was already priced in, so he kind of had to do it. However, the truth of the matter is, rate cuts right now in a bad economy, I mean, it's tough. It's tough because with the economy being bad, the rate cuts should spark stuff. It should spark businesses. It should spark cheap money. And with cheap money, people get a little bit more frivolous. They spend a little bit more. They do this and that. But on the flip side, here we are fighting inflation, and we don't really want to see too much money get spent. We want people to invest their money right now, because the more people put their money in, I'll say, precious metals, Bitcoin, the stock market, the less money is in the system, which means the less we see the inflation taking up our everyday goods and services higher. Now, what did we see, though? He gave that announcement. We've seen a huge sell-off, really, the day of the announcement. We started seeing things pick back up. But is it back up where it was? It's not quite back up where it was. In fact, a lot of stuff continued to come down, but some stuff maybe was oversold for the moment, or people perceived it as oversold. And so a lot of people picked up the deals. Case in point, Bitcoin going from 108,000 points all the way down to, what, 92,000? And essentially now it's back up to 98, 99. You know, a lot of people ended up putting their money in. Same with purchasing gold and silver. A lot of people bought that dip. We saw that dip take it down to roughly 28.50 for silver. And a lot of people jumped in and started buying. And, you know, buying a dip, I've always said, is a good thing. It's a good thing if you can catch a dip. But the question is that dip going to be the bottom dip? So personally, I don't think that dip was the bottom dip, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because obviously I have a nice stack and I like seeing it go up in price. But on the flip side, I also like putting money towards more investments like gold and silver. And in order to do that, I like seeing it dip. I like seeing the price get cut, and it makes me want to put some money in. Now, here's the thing. The more people put money into these things, less money is in the system. Less money is chasing the everyday foods and goods and services that we buy every day, which does help fight inflation. But on the flip side of that, I like gold and silver, period. I think gold and silver this year, we're going to see gold and silver continue to dip a little bit. Does that mean that we're close to a bottom? I don't know where the bottom is. I think silver could very well possibly, I hate to say this, I hate to back myself in the corner and give specific numbers, but I really think it could dip as low as $25. That would be, though, an absolute bottom. I think there's a chance it's going to happen while the markets are closed. We're going to see like a dip in overseas markets, or it's going to happen one night when the markets are trading, but everybody's asleep, essentially. It's the holiday season. You look what happens during holidays. You look what happens during breaks, essentially, when everybody's asleep. That's usually when you see crazy stuff happen. And even though you see huge amounts of volatility in the price of gold and silver, as well as Bitcoin and stocks, I expect that, you'll see a lot of paper contracts get traded on the market. You'll see a lot of physical get bought up out of the market. And what that is it's essentially doing exactly what it sounds like. It's somebody stripping out the physical because they want theirs in the end. At the end of the day, when the whole silver market goes kaput, you can expect that some people are going to get theirs. And I have a belief that it's going to be the high uppity ups. They're going to get their silver, and then the rest of the people are just going to get stuck with paper IOUs. A piece of paper that says, hey, you're entitled to this much money, whatever the silver price is. And here's the thing. You look at what they evaluate the silver price at versus the physical, what people are actually buying it for, and you start to see a whole different picture, because people are paying right now a lot higher than spot price for silver. You're not going to probably find any silver out there for spot price. Now, saying that, you have to understand, there are going to be people that say, I picked up some silver at spot price. Yes, because there are going to be deals out there. There are going to be people in need. There's going to be different scenarios that could play out that could pump silver essentially lower, but yet you might end up getting lucky and finding somebody or a deal to where you can get some. Now, I said $25. Does that mean it can't go lower? Well, there's a lot of people out there that are saying silver could go at literally as low as $20. I find that extremely shocking, extremely hard to believe. I would be shocked if we saw if we see $25 silver, let alone $20 silver. And that's right. That time it wasn't a typo or a misstatement. I said $20 silver. There's a lot of people that are expecting $20 silver to come. However, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I think, we're running into a recession, full-blown recession. I think it's already been here. But I think it's starting to get the cat out of the bag. People are starting to realize it now. The debate on whether or not we're in recession is clear-cut. And I really wonder if once the new administration comes in, if they ain't going to unleash huge amounts of revisions all at once and actual numbers that say how bad the economy is. So we're going to see how that plays out. My personal feelings, they'll probably release them numbers. It will scare a lot of people. We could end up seeing the price come down a little lower. As the new year comes in, next year, I'm extremely positive on gold and silver. I've been picking up little tiny deals right now. I haven't been picking up any big deals, only because I have been working on, one, paying every single thing off that I owe, every little thing even. Been in the process of picking up some new equipment for the channel. I've been in the process of wanting to kind of change up the channel a little bit, but I don't really know how to do that. I'm kind of stuck in a rut right now with YouTube, with the way the algorithm lately has been working against me. So we'll see how that pans out. So I haven't been buying a whole lot. However, as the price comes down, it does intrigue me to want to try to get some. Part of me wishes I had picked some up at $28.50 the other day, but I missed it, and that's okay. I'm going to be prepared when the day comes, and we'll see what happens. When will that day come? It could come as early as the first quarter of next month. Once people realize that the stock market is no longer safe, that cryptocurrencies are no longer safe, you can expect that a lot of people will be looking for the safe havens. And the safe haven for the longest time has always been gold and silver. And when that does unveil itself, a lot of people, there's going to be a whole lot of money in the United States. And I say the United States, it's all over the world, but the United States, because so few people stack precious metals, I expect that there will be a big run to safe haven assets like gold and silver once it's announced. Now we'll see how that all plays out. With that being said, going to wrap up the video here. I didn't want to do a long video today. Just been pushing to try to get stuff done, and a lot going on. And I thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it gave you guys something to think about. If you don't think the price is going to go down much lower, then hey, it's a buying opportunity. Let's be honest. The price is down, and there's no shame in picking up a little bit now. And then if it goes lower, pick up a little bit more. If it goes lower, you can pick up a little bit more. However, I'm not convinced it's going to go super, super lower. When I said 25, that's my low prediction. I mean, $28 is it had a pretty good bounce at $28. So it was $28.50, and then all of a sudden it popped back up again. We'll see what happens as things play out. I thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Don't forget to take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment. I love reading y'all's opinions, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.